line just to get into the airport. That's mad. My flight is delayed by 2 hours already. That makes me think, this is why I actually booked my flight for earlier on in the day, because I had the option to get one a little bit later, but I was like, it's probably going to be delayed, and it is, so I'm glad I booked the one that's earlier. It's probably going to be more than 2 hours delayed though, let's be honest. Made it to Legaspi city, and now it's time to make our way to Donsol. But first I need to pick up my luggage from the check-in baggage claim, whatever. This is how small the airport is. That's literally like you come off the plane, there's a massive volcano there, and then you just come pick up your bags here. So I was gonna get a tricycle to the bus station and then get a bus to Donsol. However,
and then take tricycle going to one, and then one going to the proper Donsol.
Yeah, but
and then you just take another tricycle going to the beach.
Yeah, there would be a tricycle and a bus and a tricycle. However, this taxi man offered to take me all the way to Donsol, so I am paying. Yeah, so I'm paying more than I would had I just taken kind of public transport the whole way. I'm paying 1,200 for this an hour and a half journey, which is probably like £20-ish. I probably paid a bit much, but I did try and bargain it down from 1,500. It means that I'm going to be going straight to Donsol, and I don't have to faff around, especially because like the sun's going down now, and I just want to get there. The plane was so delayed that I can't book to faff around anymore, let's be honest. Got my backpack. I'm really turning into a bit of a flashpacker, aren't I? Just paying for convenience.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard.
Good morning everybody from Donsol. I arrived here late last night. Well, actually it wasn't late, but it was dark, so I didn't want to carry on the vlog then. But I've woken up, it's 6:15 in the morning. Now, the reason that I am in this town called Donsol, it's not that heard of in the Philippines and among backpackers yet. And the reason I'm here is to see the whale sharks. So you may have heard that the place to go see whale sharks in the Philippines is Oslob. And it is. You are guaranteed to see whale sharks in Oslob. However, having done some research, I'm really not sure that that was the place for me, that I wanted to go there. They feed the whale sharks. There's a lot of ethical concerns surrounding that. Some people think it's okay and that it's good for them, but I think the general consensus is no, it's not good. It means the whale sharks don't get to migrate. It means that they don't have the nutrients that they usually get from the krill and the normal food that they normally eat. Also because there's so many tourists, even though they're told to stay away, tourists bash into them. And also they literally like ferry hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tourists into the ocean for a small quick experience with the whale sharks just to get your Insta pic, and then you go. And it just doesn't sound that special, does it? Like, yeah, sure, you get to see a whale shark, but at the expense of the whale shark's nature. I don't know, it didn't sit well with me. There's actually a documentary that my friend Tal made on YouTube, and I'll link it down below. I highly recommend giving it a watch because he really goes into depth about what they do in Oslob versus what they do here in Donsol, and gives you the option to choose which one you think is right. I have chosen to come to Donsol. They don't feed the whale sharks here, so you have to go and find them essentially, and yes, it's much less likely that you are going to see a whale shark. It is not guaranteed. But I've come in January, which is just at the beginning of high season as far as I'm aware, so it's not guaranteed that we're going to see a whale shark today, but it is more likely that we will. and I have chosen to do a diving trip because you can do diving or you can do snorkeling. Even if you don't see the whale sharks, you get to see manta rays, and there's loads of other cool things in this water. It's just generally a good dive spot. So the trip I'm doing today, well, we're going to leave at 7 a.m. I need to go get my breakfast very shortly. We're going to be doing 3 dives out on the boat all day, going to different islands, and then we're going to be back at 4 p.m. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm an advanced open water diver. I've spoken about how I really want to improve my diving in the future. Hopefully I will be doing my rescue diver in the Philippines. But anyway, this is all to come today. Let me show you where I'm staying. This is my room. It's not a typical hostel room, I must say. I'm staying at the Wonderland Beach Resort, which is the only place which came up on Hostel Bookers or Hostel World when you typed in Donsol. So I thought, oh, it must be the only hostel here, but it's not actually a hostel. It's like a resort, and then they just have these dorm rooms. I was under the impression before I came that it was going to be a 4-bed mixed dorm, so I thought there was going to be 2 bunk beds, and it's 3 double beds, which is amazing. And it was just me and this Dutch girl in here last night, so I've got my own double bed. I think this was about 1,000 pesos for 2 nights. I booked in for 2 nights here. I may extend. It depends on if, like, what we see today, if we see any whale sharks and how I go, but I haven't really explored this place yet, so I don't know how much I'm gonna like it. The only thing I would say that I don't like about this place, can you see those ants on the floor? Yeah, there's kind of bugs. Not, I wouldn't say everywhere, but like, it's not the cleanest place. Hello. And this is what our bathroom looks like. We do have an ensuite. It's a hot shower, which is good. Like, it's just pretty bog standard. Me personally, I have lower expectations of cleanliness when you come out into the places which are on the beach or just in the sticks a bit, because I think it's harder to keep these places clean. Not that that should be any excuse, but this place is cheap, so even when I saw the bugs I wasn't like, oh my god, there's bugs here, because it's not like I paid a lot of money for it. So on the boat with me today, I'm bringing my towel, I'm bringing a GoPro selfie stick. I bought some mask and fins when I was in Perth because I wanted my own. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use mine or theirs, just because I've never used these before, so I don't know how they'll be. I've got my GoPro with the floaty stick, and then I've got the dive housing for it. I need to bring my water bottle. I also got a new cap from Z Hostel, so I'm going to be bringing that as well. We are setting off. We've got about an hour and a half to 2 hours until we reach the first dive location, which I think is called Manta Bowl. But I wasn't listening very well, if I'm honest.
San Miguel?
So San Miguel, okay, San Miguel's the first place we're going to. I am back from the whale sharks back at the resort, and honestly I'm feeling a little bit disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed because I knew that this kind of stuff wasn't guaranteed, but I didn't see a whale shark, and I was pretty much, apart from one girl who was with me, we were the only one who didn't see one. So we all went down on our second dive, which was supposed to be the whale shark dive. Well, again, not guaranteed. We all went down as one group, but because it was massively a drift dive, the group separated into two, and the group that I was not in, one of the guys was very low on air very early, so they surfaced very early, and that's when they saw the whale shark, whereas we stayed down a bit longer, and when we came up we did not see one, and that's really gutting. And unfortunately there's a typhoon coming here. The weather came rolling in. We didn't get to do our third dive, and so we did get money back for that, but it just wasn't safe to do the dive then. So I said, can I come back in the morning and do it? And like, they're gonna have a look at the weather again in the morning, but it's not looking good. There's a typhoon. You know, I knew that it wasn't a guarantee, but you still can't help but just feel a bit disappointed, especially knowing that like everyone else saw it but me. And I guess I was swimming in the same waters as the whale sharks, which is really, really cool. But yeah, just feeling a little bit like, oh, there's still some cool things to do around here. There is a waterfall, which one of the guys I met earlier today, he asked if I wanted to go to a waterfall with him. So I might do that in the morning. But if I'm honest, the weather is looking absolutely shocking tomorrow. So even if I went to the Mayon volcano in Legaspi, the weather's shocking in Legaspi tomorrow as well. So I'm just wondering whether I just get the first flight out of Legaspi and just not waste any more time here, because the weather's going to be bad for everything. So is it worth me staying? I actually don't think it is. I think it's time for me to go. So I'm looking at flights now out of Legaspi. The most likely place I'm going to go is Cebu. But apparently the typhoon's heading down there as well. This is all not so good news. Not a great start to the trip, guys. I do still really want to see a whale shark, so I think I will be coming back to Donsol if I have time. But if that means that I'm going to have to rush my trip more, then maybe not. Oh, this is hard. First world problems 100%, but you just can't help but feel disappointed when you're in these kind of situations. But it's no one's fault. It's just the way it is. It's the weather and it's luck, and there's nothing that you can do about it. But I'm going to try and not get myself too down about it. These things are not guaranteed, and also this happens all the time where people come and they don't manage to see it. I know my friends Kinging It, Craig and Amy, the exact same thing happened to them. They came, they didn't manage to see them, but then when they came back to Donsol, they did. So in a couple of months' time, it is more in season for them. Like, it is in season now, but it's even more in season in a couple of months' time. So I would have a higher chance of seeing them. Maybe the weather would be a bit better then as well, who knows? We can't guarantee these things. So I'm just looking on Skyscanner now to see where I'm going to fly tomorrow. The only place that it really makes sense for me to go is Cebu, as I can get a direct flight there, and I was thinking of going there anyway. Just looking on Skyscanner now, it's taking me to kiwi.com. It looks like it's going to be 50 quid to go in the morning, which isn't the cheapest, but it means that I can fly at 3:30 tomorrow and just get out of this bad weather and just start doing something, not wasting my time. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna wait like 3 or 4 days around here for the typhoon to pass, because I feel like that's just wasting time. I know I've got 2 months, but there is so much that I want to see, because Legaspi is not like a main airport. I can't fly to like Siargao or one of the others without going via somewhere else. So it just makes sense for me to go to Cebu. I haven't actually mentioned this, but I feel like I should now. I know I said I was going to do my dive master. Well, apparently, well not apparently, you need to have 60 logged dives before you can even start your dive master. I have been a bit silly and I have not been logging my dives. Since I started diving, I just never bothered to. I never really thought it was an issue. And now I'm like, oh, sugar. So now I'm going to start logging my dives. 60 dives to go, so I've got loads of diving to do in the Philippines. I'm gonna do my rescue diver here, because you don't need a certain amount of log dives to do that. So, you know, just getting one step ahead of the game. But I'm probably gonna have to save my dive master till later on in the year, But this could mean that I get to do it in Mexico, which was initially where I wanted to do it. So it's not all bad news. I just thought I would update you on that because I know I said that I was going to try and do my dive master on this trip. At least I'm getting to backpack the Philippines, because that was also like right at the top of my bucket list. And I'm still getting to do lots of diving. It seems like the diving here is absolutely insane from what I've heard. Though, it's freezing. The water is so cold, as in, well, compared to like other countries which are close to the equator, for example, Thailand, Indonesia, where you can literally just go in like in a rash vest or just in a thin top or sometimes just in your bikini. I thought that was what it was going to be like here, but no. I was in a full-on shoulders to toe wetsuit and I was cold. The water was like 25 degrees. Chilly. So just a heads up if you are diving in the Philippines, it's not warm. Right, I'm doing it. Legaspi to Cebu for tomorrow. It's costing me £56 including luggage, so 49 plus 7. To be fair, that's not that bad considering I'm literally booking this less than 24 hours away. Yeah, go on then. Let's be wild. Kiwi.com. Via Skyscanner, by the way. That's how I found this flight.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt.